channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Lyssy. Be sure to subscribe button and be sure to drop a like if you guys are excited for today's video. But today we are going to be talking about scary true Chuck E. Cheese stories. I know that I haven't done a video like this in a while and you guys have been begging so much for me to do more Chuck E. Cheese videos. So the tea is hot and today we're going to be telling some scary Chuck E. Cheese stories. So let's just get started. Here's one of the stories I found from an employee who worked at Chuck E. Cheese. One time one of the servers dropped a pizza that had just come out of the oven. He put the pizza on the tray to take out, but he dropped the tray top down onto the floor. It was really busy in the Chuck E. Cheese, so the server took a spatula, went all the way around the pizza and flipped it back over. But the pizza somehow still looked perfect. He looked at it and said, "Forget it," and then served it to a party. About 10 minutes later, he was called to the table about the pizza he brought out, and they said that it was the best pizza that they ever had. First off, ew, that is so gross. I know a while back people were always talking about the Chuck E. Cheese pizza, saying that one thing about how they look uneven. Whenever a Chuck E. Cheese pizza would be delivered to the table, the pieces didn't line up or align correctly, and then people had the conspiracy or rumor that Chuck E. Cheese might be recycling their pizzas. But I think Chuck E. Cheese conveyed that to be false. They said that their pizzas are actually cooked fresh and it's even on their boxes now. And I know in a previous video I found out tea that Chuck E. Cheese was hiding, where they actually made a second business connected called Pasquale's Pizza, and it's basically just Chuck E. Cheese but the name of another character in Chuck E. Cheese, and they were doing that because people were scared to eat Chuck E. Cheese pizza because they thought it was recycled. It's crazy how that happens, but like imagine if the pizza actually did fall and the server really did serve it to somebody and they're like, "Oh, that was some scrumptious pizza." I mean, that would really suck. Pretty gross. Next story. So this next one is really creepy. So this story was about a worker who was actually cleaning up the night at Chuck E. Cheese when he found something crazy. I was almost done with my shift for the day. I had had a really long day cleaning up after all the birthday parties, putting tickets in all the arcade machines, and running the prize booth at Chuck E. Cheese. But of course I had to pay my bills, and working at Chuck E. Cheese was the best option for me since I lived right next door. I remember when I was cleaning up that night and I was leading out all the families to leave before we shut the lights off and go home at the end of our shift, I heard crying in the ball pit. It was kind of strange because all the families had just left and there was no one else left inside of this Chuck E. Cheese. I then walked over to the ball pit and looked around and I didn't see anything. I then looked back at the stage and somehow the lights that I turned off on the stage magically had turned back on all by themselves. It almost looked like the animatronics had shifted position. Chuck E. Cheese was slouched over with his eyes wide open, and Helen Henny didn't look like she was in the same pose as she was before. I was really confused, so then I went over to the stage and turned the lights off. I then heard a little girl scream, "Help, please help, they were gonna get me!" And it was coming from over where the ball pit was. At that point, I was so scared that I wanted to get out of my shift, but I knew that what if there was a kid in the ball pit that a family somehow had forgotten at Chuck E. Cheese? I dove inside the ball pit and there was nothing there. I was getting really creeped out. I looked back at the stage and one single light appeared over Chuck E. Cheese's head. And then Chuck E. Cheese opened his eyes even wider all by himself, staring directly at me. At that point, I was so creeped out, I almost considered quitting my job that night. I then went over to the stage to turn off the lights for a final time, grab the keys, and lock down the store and get out of there as soon as possible. But then once again, I heard a young girl cry, "Hey, please help, I'm scared. They're gonna get me, they're gonna get me." I looked over at the ball pit and to my surprise, there was a little girl hiding in the ball pit that I somehow missed. She explained how the animatronic actually was talking to her and told her that she better not leave or else he would get her. So she then hid in the ball pit in efforts to stay away from getting kidnapped from the scary animatronics she claimed that were talking to her. The guy explained to her that the animatronic could not talk and that she would be okay, and then asked where her mom was. She then started crying, saying she didn't know and that her family had left without her. And then the employee said, "Don't worry, I'll call the cops and we'll figure this out." He then reached for the cell phone, and when he was about to turn around and get the little girl's name, the little girl was gone. Then looked back at the stage and all the lights were completely dim over top all the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics, and they looked to be in their regular setting position. All the lights in the Chuck E. Cheese turned off all by themselves, and he lost signal on the call, and he never saw the little girl ever again. That story is absolutely terrifying. That story actually keeps me up at night. I don't know if that Chuck E. Cheese was maybe just haunted or if the little girl really did go missing and an animatronic took her. Comment down below below what you guys think. That story is crazy. That might be the scariest and most insane Chuck E. Cheese story I've heard yet. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And also, if you guys have any scary stories about Chuck E. Cheese, comment them down in the comments down below because I am curious. The next story is also pretty crazy. You guys do know about the Chuck E. Cheese mascots, right? Well, before I tell the story, let me show you guys what an original Chuck E. Cheese mascot looked like. So here on the screen is the OG Chuck E. Cheese mascots, and it's crazy because I always talk about how much these animatronics and these mascots have changed over the years at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, the old ones were kind of scary. The new ones do look a lot more normal looking, but it does kind of take away the original Chuck E. Cheese vibes that I had growing up as a kid. When I was growing up as a kid, Chuck E. Cheese kind of looked like this, which actually was pretty chill. Like, I think that's the Chuck E. Cheese era I missed, when they had all the tube tunnels, the ball pits, the mascots, the really old animatronics. It just felt more like Chuck E. Cheese versus like now they're ripping out the animatronics and putting in dance stages and using these mascots. But anyways, let me tell you guys the tea about this next story because this one is scary. So this story is about a young lady who had just gotten employed to Chuck E. Cheese and she was about to become the rat. She didn't know that she was going to be the rat or the mascot. She thought she was going to be working the desk, but apparently when she was hired, they kind of tricked her into being the rat because nobody wanted to be the rat. And if you guys didn't know, at Chuck E. Cheese, when you're the rat, you have to do kind of embarrassing dances and you have to throw tickets, make it rain tickets on kids. You have to basically come out at every birthday party, deal with little kids tugging on you, parents getting mad at you. It's a lot of pressure, but nobody wanted to do it. She also, like the last person in the last story, needed some money to support her family and get a car and move out, so she worked at the Chuck E. Cheese because it was nearby. She then said fine, she would give a shot at being the Chuck E. Cheese rat even though she didn't want to. So her first day of training went fine. She learned how to put the costume mascot on. She learned the etiquette of being Chuck E. Cheese and learning all the dances and what to do and what not to do. But the next day when she came into work in the early morning, she was working the desk to start and everything was fine, giving out prizes at the ticket booth and helping kids in the arcade. But then there was a party that she had to dress up for. She then walked into the room where the Chuck E. Cheese mascot was supposed to be, but the costume wasn't there. She then asked her boss saying, hey, did someone take the costume? It's not there. And he said, oh, that's weird. It should be there, but have you checked the lower basement? And then the girl asked, what lower basement? And the guy was like, well, sometimes that mascot seems to like get moved around. We don't know if it's someone pulling a prank or something, but sometimes it's in the lower basement with our extra storage bin. So the girl says, okay, I guess. So then she decides to go down into the lower basement of this Chuck E. Cheese. When she went down into this basement of the Chuck E. Cheese, she said that apparently there was a lot of old expired looking cans of food. Beef cans, pepperonis in weird packaging, and weird old toys that Chuck E. Cheese seemed to not want to put in their prize booth. But then she saw the costume and it kind of caught her off guard. All of a sudden the costume looked like the face had changed and the eyes on the mascot looked angrier than usual. She then heard a weird mumble come from the costume head and she started to panic. She asked her boss if there was any kind of cat in the basement or animal or something down there that would be making a noise, and he proceeded to say no. Sometimes weird noises just come from the pipes in the basement. So she didn't think much of it, so she went downstairs to get the costume on. She brought it up, and as she proceeded to put the costume on, all of a sudden, once she put the head on, she heard a low, evil voice whisper in her ears, take the head off! She then threw the head against the ground, and as she threw the head against the ground, she said the eyes of the mascot started to glow. She told her boss about this horrifying moment, and her boss did not believe her. He said, if you don't go and put that costume on right now for the party that's going on right now, you are going to be fired. She then panicked because she knew she needed the money. She put the costume on, and as she did, she started to feel really weird. But she went out to the party, and as soon as she got there, she started doing the dance and throwing the ticket. Halfway through the party though, she didn't feel so good. Eventually, she ended up passing out, and they had to send her to the emergency room. They claimed that she had fainted, but it seems a little weird since the costume seemed almost cursed. That night, she told the boss that she would never wear the costume again or never go back to work if she is forced to wear the costume. She believes that that mascot costume was haunted. And not only that, but the kids at the birthday party were traumatized for seeing Chuck E. Cheese pass out. She then decided to quit her job, and the boss was really unhappy about it. Rumor has it that the next employee who was forced to wear the Chuck E. Cheese costume had the same exact similar experience, and he also ended up quitting too. And now that Chuck E. Cheese has a really hard time getting anyone to wear the Chuck E. Cheese costume. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lyssy, and today guys, we're gonna be watching some of the scariest TikToks on the entire internet about Chuck E. Cheese. I love Chuck E. Cheese. I know you guys know that I'm a big Chuck E. Cheese enjoyer, so of course I love scary Chuck E. Cheese stuff because I just find it really fascinating. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to join the family because I make videos about the weird, the strange, and the unusual, and the haunted, and also smash the like if you guys are excited to be watching these Chuck E. Cheese TikToks. let's get into it. Okay, so this first one says Chuck E. Cheese's disturbing secret. What are they talking about? Let's take a look.
I discovered something disturbing at my Chuck E. Cheese. I was in charge of maintenance for the animatronics, ensuring that they're in tip-top shape, I guess you could say. But one night became my last at this establishment.
How did it become his last?
But first, let's go to August 14th, 1984.
Okay, they're taking us
At 5 a.m., I got in, ready to do my usual checkup to ensure everything would be fully functional. At 5 a.m., I got in, ready to do my usual checkup to ensure everything would be functional by 8 a.m. when the store opens. But as I went down all the animatronics and checked them off my list,
Jasper wasn't checked.
Well, it is 5 a.m. I probably forgot to check him. So I went back to the stage, and when I looked, he wasn't there. Was he faulty and had to be taken back for maintenance?
Why was he not
informed
there?
about this? The notes from last night's checkup from another maintenance guy says that he was checked, and there were no problems with him. Didn't appear like a break-in occurred overnight. All the doors and windows are intact. Our boss is usually awake by this time, so I gave him a call. Hey Chip, was the Jasper animatronic removed last night?
No. Why? What happened?
It's
How would
gone.
it just be gone?
The police arrived. They too agree that a break-in was improbable. So it was
There's no
suspected
way.
that either the other maintenance
too
guy
heavy.
or the security guard had taken him. Those
Really?
parts do cost a pretty penny. In
They're
fact, when I got here, it
expensive.
didn't seem like the security guy was here, actually. And the tape for the security footage from last
deep.
night is blank. The next morning,
What?
I came in once again and did my rounds with the remaining animatronics we had.
Okay.
And that's when I noticed Jasper was back.
He
When
was
I called
just
my boss
back
and asked
all of
what
a sudden?
happened,
How would
he
he
told
just be
me not
back?
to worry about it. He had no idea that
That's
Jasper was going to be
sketchy.
refurbished and cleaned up. That is true, he does look clean, except for this red-looking stain on him. Just
there
then,
a
I
red
heard
stain?
a weird sound coming from the kitchen. Tune into the next episode to see what happens next.
Ooh,
I
that's
discovered-
getting spicy. What do you guys think happened to Jasper? Do you think that they're hiding something? I think that they're hiding something. This Chuck E. Cheese's animatronic was left alone in a room, and it started singing on its own. Oh my goodness. Okay. Did it really? Oh. Okay. It is just chilling and singing on its own. How is it just by itself? That's really creepy. That thing looks old. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know what this one is. So they're walking in a Chuck E. Cheese. They're going up by the stage. It looks like there's a door behind the stage. Are they gonna go in it? Oh, no. They're staring at the animatronic's looking right at him. And that one too. Oh my gosh. They were literally making eye contact with the person. They're like, don't you go in that door. I think she heard me. Let's see.
I think she heard me.
Did she?
Fun.
Are they listening?
This girl, she really creeps me out. I don't know, like, there's something about her I just don't like.
Oh, she heard him! She
Okay.
immediately turned
think
at
she
him.
heard-
What if they really do have like webcams in their eyes and they're just like listening and watching us at all times? Conspiracy? Who knows? Chuck E. Cheese's playroom stage? What is a playroom stage? I've never heard of this. Ayo? What the? That is a really old Chuck E. Cheese setup. Okay, I never even knew that was a thing. He had his own little like pizza playroom stage, I guess. That's old. He's jamming out. Look at him go. Oh my gosh, it looked so different back then. Haunted Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, I think I've heard of this one. I actually want to go there someday and do an investigation if I can, but let's take a look.
You've heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, but have you heard about Bay Area's haunted Chuck E. Cheese?
I actually have.
This particular Chuck E. Cheese used to be a toy store.
Yep.
Supposedly, a little girl had fallen from a third-story window while it was still a toy store.
Which is so
Years
sad.
later, and the store is now known as Chuck E. Cheese. You can even see Chuck himself in the window.
That
There
big
are
Chuck
many
in the
accounts
window.
of people seeing the little girl's face on the third story and in the parking lot. There's also a tale of a
Jeez.
little boy who fell down the stairs while looking for his mother. They
Really?
now
I
say
never heard
they
about
can hear
that.
the mother's cries in the stairwell. It's actually really creepy. I don't know about you guys, but I think that Five Nights at Freddy's has nothing on this.
I mean, maybe, maybe not. I feel like just because they built it where the old toy store was and there was already a haunted old toy store and then they put a Chuck E. Cheese around top of it that the ghost continued to stay there, you know, because it was already there. But I've heard that Chuck E. Cheese has taken out their entire animatronics floor and put into it a dance floor, which they have now in a lot of the Chuck E. Cheeses, which is kind of sad. So it's just like the typical, you know, remodeled Chuck E. Cheese, but scary that it's haunted. Secrets Chuck E. Cheese doesn't want you to know. I want to know.
So with my other video doing so well, I came across another article headline that was posted 2 hours ago saying Chuck E. Cheese manager confirms strange odor coming from storage
Strange
room amidst of
odor?
rumors. So I don't know if you guys heard about the rumor about the odors and whatnot.
In the
but
carpets or?
This article
I've heard
says
about
that
those
the manager
rumors.
confirms that there were strange odors, and then
What
it
kind
also
of
says that
odors?
conspiracies involving Chuck E. Cheese have gained more traction as mysterious videos
There's
of
a lot of
animatronics surface online regarding
conspiracies.
July 4th. tomorrow is July 4th. I don't know what that.
So there's a lot of conspiracies about the floor and the ball pit. I don't know. People said they don't clean the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese, which I really hope they do, because if they don't, there's got to be a lot of like gross things in there. I don't know. Moving along. There's a lot of conspiracies. Why is the logo completely stripped? Oh no, they're gonna take the logo out. This is so sad. And that was the building. They took the logo out too? No. Why? This is so sad. It's like my childhood is just being taken away. Why are they closing them down? They're so nostalgic. Whoa. Okay, so this is a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic with no head. This is what he looks like without his head. It looks a little weird. I think he's in a Christmas outfit, but this is him singing. It is kind of trippy seeing him, just like the base of him. No fur, no, no foam. I don't know. Makes me wonder how they like keep the foam around his head when it's like completely like that. I don't know. It's creepy. I don't like seeing him like that. The scariest conspiracy theory part 1. I need to know.
Conspiracy theory part 1. The Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. That looks
Okay.
scary, man. It is said that these animatronics move at night and even attack you if you work at night there. This has been roaming their internet, stating that all workers must wear a spare Chuck E. Cheese hat when working at night.
What?
Due to the animatronics having facial recognition.
Facial recognition?
It
This
is
ain't no
said that 5
FNAF
kids
game.
went missing, and even a
5
janitor went
kids?
missing at Chuck E. Cheese. Comment below if you think this is real. Also, if this video
spooky.
gets fit.
Okay, so they're bringing back the FNAF, the FNAF mystery about the kids going missing, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. The manual thing, good meme, quality meme.
Chuck E. Cheese fast food monster is finally here.
Is it?
It's Charles
Charles?
Entertainment Cheese.
What? He's
Cheese
cursed.
rules the underground.
I don't know how to
He's part
feel
of the
about
band
this.
Five. They used to play terrifying music and lure
That is
people
so
underground
scary. Look at the other heads he drew around it. It's the other animatronics.
5 band members. Chuck ultimately won the war between his 5 band members,
Oh.
consuming each one and taking
Consume
their
them! Oh gosh, there's a
With
story
every
behind this
band
art.
member he ate, he grew and
Jeez, okay, but this is creative though. Like, I gave it to him. He made a wonderful piece of art based on a Chuck E. Cheese horror, conspiracy, fictional, made-up story. I love it, actually. It's creepy, but I love it. Okay, so this isn't Chuck E. Cheese, but this is Billy Bob, who has relation to Chuck E. Cheese, and this video is so cursed we have to watch it. So there's little Billy Bob. I throw it over the gate, right? You think it's fine. It's not fine. There he goes! It's so freaking cursed. This is why you should never, ever, ever, ever visit Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, let me hear why, okay? Because I love Chuck E. Cheese, so,
This is why you should never visit Chuck E. Cheese. One day, this little boy went to Chuck E. Cheese with his family.
Okay.
He was celebrating his 7th birthday party, and he also invited some friends
Quirky.
as well. But little did they know that they would have such a bad time there that they would never come back. You
What?
see, everything was regular until Chucky came. Typically at a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party, Chucky comes in later on with his costume on. But this
Yeah?
time around, Chucky was not who everyone thought he was.
Who was he?
As everyone was celebrating their birthday, his parents had to go outside for a business call. And they left all the kids alone with Chucky. Thinking nothing of it, the kids started to enjoy and play with Chucky.
Okay.
But then something so crazy happened that the kids dropped everything, ran outside, and never went back in.
What'd he do?
If you want to know what happens, make sure to...
What? I want to know what happens. Now he's telling me, if you want to know what happens, make sure to follow and subscribe. No, I'm not gonna. Tell me what happened with the pizza rat. I want to know. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lyssy, and today guys, we're gonna be talking about something kind of sad. So as you guys know, on this channel, I have covered Chuck E. Cheese content for quite a while. Basically, Chuck E. Cheese is the reason I feel like a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my fans and a lot of my fandom have come to my channel. I have to give a lot of credit to Chuck E. Cheese for not only just creating a lot of series on my channel over time, but also just some of the funniest skits, videos, 3 AM videos, and just funnest times I've had on my channel have been at a Chuck E. Cheese. And not only that, but when I was little, I also loved Chuck E. Cheese. If you guys did not know, I'm sure I've told you guys 100 times. I had birthdays there when I was a kid. I was invited to birthdays there as a kid. I used to go there just to play arcade games. It was such a nostalgic memory just walking up to the stage and looking at the Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. But sadly, as you guys know, there has been a remodel going on with Chuck E. Cheese, and it's currently going on right now, and they are taking the animatronics out. They're ripping them off their stage. They're destroying them, and pretty soon almost every single Chuck E. Cheese is going to take their animatronics out and replace it with a dance floor. Now this has been a change that has been in the talks for a very long time, and it's so sad to me that it's finally taking place. It actually just happened at a Garden Grove location. This is a video from Michael Armenta. Go check him out and subscribe. I'll have his video linked down below. But this was one of the locations that me and my friends used to film videos at. This was one of those ones that we would go and film 3am videos at, or just talk about the animatronics at. I filmed a few videos here alone before talking about the animatronics, and they were so freaking cool at this location. They used to have the coolest look to them. They were very old and nostalgic. To see them just ripped up like this and the walls just be painted a plain white color kind of makes me so sad. And today we're just going to be talking about a lot of Chuck E. Cheese stuff. We're going to be talking about the disturbing lore of Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm sure you're a Chuck E. Cheese enjoyer. If you are, smash a like onto this video and comment down below, what do you guys think about them removing the animatronic? We're going to be watching a video today called The Disturbing Lore of Chuck E. Cheese. This one is by the Food Theorist. I'm going to have this link down below. Go check it out and subscribe to the original, but we're going to check it out because I want to hear more about the lore of Chuck E. Cheese.
For years, we've been terrified of animatronics.
This is why they're ripping them out.
Have you ever once considered that maybe, just maybe, the animatronics are the ones who should be afraid of us?
Maybe they're right.
Food Theory, the show that knows that you can't spell animatronic without P-I-Z-Z-A.
Pizza!
In case you're new
Pizza
here,
pie.
let me catch you up. I like pizza. I like animatronics.
That's literally me. That should be like my opening bio. I like pizza. I like animatronics. Same. Let's be friends.
And I like murder.
Wait, what?
Should have phrased that last one better, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. Anyway, there's a natural order to the universe that says whenever robotic animals are inside a dining establishment, horrible tragedy shall follow. Enter.
Is this why Chuck E. Cheese is deciding to take away the animatronics? Were they that scary? Obviously, we all know there's a lot of conspiracies, FNAF, you know, correlations to all that stuff, but I think there shouldn't be the reason that they take away these precious gems, okay?
Chuck E. Cheese. Since opening back in 1977, Chuck E. Cheese has been the fever dream of kids everywhere.
Literally, it has been.
A 6-year-old's equivalent of having a birthday in Vegas. Another round of soda.
That literally is so true, though. Like, honestly, I feel for any kids who haven't had a Chuck E. Cheese birthday, that's something that you need to experience at least once.
It's over here because somebody just set a new high score in Whack-a-Frog, and I am rolling in those tickets, baby.
So
Here's a token
relatable.
for your trouble, sweetums. Also, while you're at it, hit me up with some of those balls. I got a date with Big Bertha.
Big Bertha! I forgot about that arcade game. It's so creepy.
Point of obesity. Candy, games, pizza. I mean, what's not to love?
For real, what isn't to love?
You see, Chuck E. Cheese was the creation of Noel Bushnell, co-founder of the video game company Atari. The idea was to create a restaurant that doubled as a carnival, a place where families could play together while also experiencing the newfangled
Which is the best idea,
medium
of course.
video games for the first time. The reason for it being a pizza place was threefold. Pizza was easy to make and required few ingredients. It took a while to cook, which allowed families to spend time playing games. And 3, can't really screw up pizza. But
like, I have not met anybody in my entire life to this day that has not liked pizza. Like, you cannot go wrong with pizza, but yet people are always like, Chuck E. Cheese pizza is good. You know what? I actually love Chuck E. Cheese pizza, okay? Genuinely, I stand by that. It is some of the best pizza I've had, and I don't care what nobody says. Chuck E. Cheese sponsor me. Anyways, moving along.
well, until of course your restaurant produces some misshapen pies and is suddenly.
I don't even care. I'm eating it.
Slices from other tables.
It's not recycled. It's actually so fire.
Wait, the animatronic performers that became synonymous with Chuck E. Cheese were more of a byproduct of Nolan's fascination with Disney, specifically the Country Bear Jamboree show.
That was the
Clearly,
Tiki Room,
strategy was
though.
working for Walt over at his Disneyland park, so why not bring those same robots to
But those ones are
budget-conscious
really
families
creepy,
that
too.
wanted entertainment but couldn't make it all the way out to Southern California? And the rest, as they say, is history, living on in the collective nightmares of 80s era children and Gen Z indie horror games. Bankrupt in 2020, nearly $1 billion in debt.
That is
I
so
think most of us
sad.
are aware of at least some part of that story, right? But what I think you may not know is the lore of these characters.
I wanna hear the
Because
lore.
There is lore.
I wanna
Let me
hear
tell
more
you,
about
it
the
is
lore.
Dark. For years, we've been talking about how scary Chuck E. Cheese is, but in reality, Chucky isn't the one on stage that you should be most afraid of. In
I
fact,
am
once you
honestly most afraid of the purple one, Mr. Munch. I don't know what it is about him. He just feels like he would have the most lore about him, okay? I just don't know. Something about him ain't right.
know the real story, it's clear that Chucky is the actual victim here. A literal hostage that's being forced to stand up on stage and perform. And when he stops, he dies. So grab a napkin and start dabbing up the excess grease off your misshapen pizza as I tell you the tragic tale of Chucky and the
I want to
man
hear
who's
this tea.
murdering
The tea
his
is hot.
co-stars. Our story begins with a coyote. You see, Nolan Bushnell's Family Carnival restaurant wasn't always...
Oh, that's right. They originally wanted to make Chuck E. Cheese a coyote. I remember I've talked about this before.
Is meant to have a rodent as their mascot. As the story goes, the main mascot was originally meant to be a coyote. But when Bushnell learned that the costume that he had bought for his main character was actually that of a rat, well, he had to do some quick thinking. He decided to rebrand the entire thing from Coyote Pizza to Rick Rat's Pizza.
Rick Rat's Pizza.
That's gonna cause you a couple of problems since, I don't know about you, but most restaurants don't really want to associate with rats. The marketing team suggested doing something that they thought might be a bit more appealing to hungry customers. Chuck E. Cheese. Sure, he's still a rat, but now at least they're not throwing the fact that he's a disease-ridden rodent in your face. Apparently they went with Chuck E.
Never
Cheese
thought about
as the name
that.
because it forced people to smile when they said it. And let's be
Chuck
honest,
E.
forcing a smile
Oh
is
my god,
about
it
as much
does.
happiness
Wait.
as you're gonna-
If you say Chuck E. Cheese, okay, say it out loud with me, okay? We can look stupid together. Chuck E. I am smiling. Chuck E. Cheese. I can't unsee this now. That was clever of them. That's creepy.
Find in this place anyway, so good call. It's also worth noting that Chucky didn't start off as the hip skateboarding mouse that he is today. Instead, he was a rat from New Jersey, smoking a cigar and roasting the other members of the animatronic cast. A collection
He's had an upgrade since then.
So random, it was like they were playing a drunken game of Mad Libs. You have
There was a
yourself
lot
a
of
chef,
them.
a dog, a pig. All right, all
The
that
pig
makes
is so
sense. But
scary,
also
oh my
a purple
gosh.
alien, the moon, a
The
lineup of
moon?
singing mops, a literal building, a hippo with jiggle physics, and an old man known simply as Mr.
I remember
Cooch.
some of
The
these.
reason so many feel out of place here is that they were obtained from a rival animatronic pizza place and then retrofitted into the style of Chuck E. Cheese.
That is
and let
so
me tell you, the
crazy.
videos online of how to restyle these characters is scarier than anything FNAF has produced in the last 7 years.
Welcome to the Concept Unification installation tape. This tape is meant to supplement the installation manual, not replace it. Now
What?
Mitzi, starting with her sweater, wig, dickie,
Oh,
mask, ears,
she's stripping it
pigtail,
down. Does she have
hands,
boobs?
Skirt, shoes, and leg fur.
Oh
So
my
that's
gosh.
the origins of Charles Entertainment Cheese and
Yo.
his gang of mascots, but what
Yo.
about the actual lore here?
I wanna know
back
the
in June of
lore.
2017, the news blog Insider reached out to CEC Entertainment, Chuck E. Cheese's parent company, to see if Charles Entertainment Cheese was
CEC.
indeed the character's official name. Christelle DuPont, public relations manager for CEC Entertainment, informed them that since there was never a birth certificate, the company couldn't actually be sure. Which, I mean,
Really?
I guess, but also, I don't think that's the way it works here. Show me Ronald McDonald's birth certificate. Is the Burger King truly royalty, or is
It
he
is
merely
royal.
a usurper to the throne? Anyway, while she couldn't officially answer the name question, she did point everyone to an online book detailing Chuck E. Cheese's backstory. And this is a treasure trove
I remember
of
seeing
information that
those.
will blow
I have read
your
some of Chuck E. Cheese's backstory, and it's actually pretty deep, to be honest. Like, it goes pretty in depth.
or mine. As the story goes, Chucky was an orphan
Yep.
mouse at the St. Marinara
But it's so
orphanage. He
sad.
loved to sing happy birthday to all the other orphans. In a cruel twist, because he was an orphan, no one actually knew his birthday, so they
That is
just
so
gave up. No one even
sad.
bothered to try and find it or give him an
Poor
honorary
Chucky.
birthday or anything, because that's what
Relatable,
happens when
though.
you're an orphan. Hard
Oh.
knock life and all that.
Oh my
TLDR,
gosh.
no one ever sang or celebrated for the mouse.
Well,
Poor
this
mouse.
is going to be my personality for the rest of my life.
Outside of singing and orphan, Chuck had two other defining character traits. He loved pizza and playing Pong. Thank you, Daddy
Pong?
Atari. That skill set is totally gonna age well. But of
The
course,
editing on
because he
this
was an
video is just
orphan, he
so
was
good.
constantly struck by the feeling that something in his life was missing, like parents. So one
Oh,
day after
same.
winning $50
I mean-
from a Pong tournament, I kid you, I am not making this stuff up, Chuck bought himself a bus ticket to New York and ran away.
He had a
Having
ticket
no
and a
place to stay, he
dream.
found shelter
Suitcase and a
above a
dream.
pizza
I don't know.
restaurant owned by Chef Pasquale
Pasquale.
Pie Plate. One night, when Chucky thought that Pasquale had already left, he went down to explore the restaurant, only to be immediately discovered by the chef. Pasquale flies into a rage, chases Chuck around the kitchen, and then corners him and raises a rolling pin, ready to
What?
strike down the death blow. Finish him! Chucky,
ready to
cowering in
end
fear, knees
Chucky?
shaking, facing his final seconds of life, does the
No.
one and only thing that has ever brought him joy over the years.
What does he do?
Sings. Upon hearing that the mouse could sing, Pasquale lowers his
Oh,
rolling pin.
that's
and then
how he
decides
saved
to pull
himself?
capitalism and exploit the mouse's talent for his own
No,
personal
he did
gain. As the story
not!
goes, quote, Pasquale Pasquale was so shocked he dropped the rolling pin.
What?
The mouse that can sing. My
Is this
restaurant
really how
is
the lore
saved.
goes?
I'm gonna make you a star. He
No
renames
way.
his restaurant Chuck E. Cheese's, home of the world-famous singing mouse, and literally
What?
forces Chucky to perform there. The story
No
then
freaking
ends
way.
with this line, and Chucky hasn't stopped singing or smiling since. Well, yeah,
That's
because his name forces you to
wild.
smile. We've already covered that. But in all seriousness, the parenthesis around the word smiling here is giving me a real serious cry for
They
help.
really like to make
So
people
that's the story of Chuck E.
smile.
Cheese, an orphan rat rebranded into a mouse who's basically being held hostage and forced to sing to.
He's being held hostage all this time. Charles Entertainment Jesus has brought us smiles, good pizza, good sticky hands at the prize booth, and he's been held hostage by Pasquale because he's a singing magical mouse rat. I'm just mind blown right now. This is a lot to take in.
Stay alive. Notice that Pasquale specifically calls out that his restaurant is saved after hearing Chuck E. Cheese sing, meaning that it was already on its way out.
Why have I never
Chucky was
realized
Pasquale's
this?
meal ticket. After all, notice how he didn't take any appropriate measures when he found Chucky was a runaway orphan? He didn't do anything like, you know, alert officials that he'd found
Oh
a
my
runaway kid or
gosh.
make any attempt at contacting the original orphanage. In Pasquale's eyes, Chucky
It was just like,
a means to an
money,
end, a way
Mr.
of being
Krabs
famous.
moments.
He never stops attracting customers. Would it really be that hard to believe that Pasquale might just decide to finish the job? It's also made clear that Pasquale isn't paying the members of his band anything beyond
what?
keeping your own life. In the direct-to-video
No.
movie Chuck E. Cheese in the Galaxy 5000, we see a kid who needs some serious cash for his family's tractor.
What's the problem?
He needed some dough. He needed cash. Charlie, he needed $50,000.
Notice how little the performers are able to cough up to help him.
Come on, gang, cough it up. No holding back.
I've got $2.
I've got a
What?
Also notice who doesn't lay any money on the table, Pasquale.
Why is he not helping
I've
them?
got more dough than anyone in town.
They even make mention that the performers
Yeah, they
could
literally
get jobs to
mentioned.
help them earn money, meaning that standing up on stage performing
What
under
the
Pasquale's
heck?
rule doesn't pay.
This is going deep.
That kind of money.
We could all get jobs. I saw a help wanted sign down at the Chicken Palace.
It's here that we get this gem of information.
No way.
Squally, do you have any ideas on how we can come up with $50,000 for Charlie's aunt and uncle?
You could pay him a fair wage. That's an idea.
Glad you asked that question, Chucky. In a few days, a big race is gonna take a place.
It's gonna take a place.
Is an interplanetary race on the planet Orion.
They can participate in a dangerous intergalactic space race. Didn't see that one coming, did ya?
What the
And despite
heck?
it being dangerous, Pasquale is more than eager to sign him up for it. Now,
No
talking
way.
about just this movie alone would merit its own video. Let's just say that everyone is very excited to be hanging out with each other. Chickens
Oh.
with mice, mice with humans,
What?
humans with multiple humans, chickens with multiple
This is
humans.
such
The
a
adult
strange
time
video.
relations
Oh my
between characters
gosh.
is a bigger plot point than you'd
What
expect
the?
for a badly CGI'd film extension to a children's restaurant
No, they
mascot.
did not.
Chucky.
Race car drivers are so cool.
What is this?
Get it. Fair and square.
No.
Ooh,
I'd
Chucky.
appreciate it if you kept this to yourself.
I didn't know that you were taken.
We're
What?
the guys, right, Helen?
Did she really just say
You
that?
could say that today's race separated the mice from the men.
Sorry about your little mousy friend.
We like stealing his girlfriends and beating him in the races.
Side
What
note,
is
just wanted to take a minute to
happening?
point out that Jasper the dog here is reading Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. What even is this movie? Anyway, back to the point. Pasquale is holding these innocent animals hostage and is more than willing to sacrifice their safety if it means money for him. And that's not all. He's
crazy.
always wiping away any evidence of his misdeeds. Remember, he's in
crazy.
control of the company. This is his restaurant and his business. So is it weird that 2 months after Chuck E. Cheese's orphan story came out, one that was written by Chucky himself, the restaurant's official YouTube channel releases a video showcasing the exact same story.
What?
Except
No,
with
they did
one
not.
huge difference. This one paints Pasquale in a positive light.
Wait, really?
Place that served great pizza made by a funny chef with a mustache. His name was Pasquale.
My restaurant was losing money.
What?
To close my doors.
Are they really trying to?
Help me
What?
out.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
He
they're
offered
switching the
to help
story
you out?
now?
Is that before or after you threatened to bludgeon him with a rolling pin? And don't you for a minute think that this is some sort of corporate rebrand or anything. This is Pasquale actively gaslighting us and
This
Chucky.
is so
In another video on the
funny.
YouTube
I never
channel,
thought
the
about
cast is looking
this.
at a photo album of past memories. In it, we get this.
Remember that time we went to
The moon.
eating moon cheese.
What is this?
That was a really good
These songs.
Wait, we never.
There we are helping helping Benjamin Franklin discover electricity.
We never...
It's all lies. The photo album is filled with lies. Pasquale
Why?
is feeding them false memories. For
Why
now,
is he
at least.
tricking
I
them?
think Chucky's days are numbered. Pasquale now knows that his star mouse is becoming a liability. Not
No
only
way.
telling the dirty secrets of his backstory, but
Pasquale
also
is
drawing
up
in
to a
4
secret.
customers by the year with his singing.
I'm
That's why
on to
in
him.
2020, Pasquale decided to relaunch his own self-named brand, Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
I made a video about that! Literally, there is his own brand, Pasquale's Pizza and Wings, and it's actually real! And they tried to do that because people were scared to buy Chuck E. Cheese food, but it's literally the same thing. Like, what? Okay, moving along.
Same food as Chuck E. Cheese, but delivered. A ghost kitchen that is owned and operated and starring him.
so
Pasquale saw that
crazy.
Chucky's side of the story had the
This
potential
is
of
getting
bringing
so
bad
deep.
press. He knew that having his name linked to the attempted murder of everyone's favorite mouse wouldn't be so good. So
No, I guess that's why he opened his own pizza brand. I never thought about that.
Platforms to release a version of the story
Oh my
which painted him in
gosh.
better light, all while building his own personal brand.
This is
on
so
the
crazy,
side.
I'm
And the
mind
true
blown.
motive for all of it, well, as we see on the website for Chuck E. Cheese in Jordan, the country of Jordan, Pasquale's a man who dreams of being the best pizza maker and entertainer
the world had
has
ever
seen. But for years, he's played second fiddle to the rats.
That's
No
crazy.
more.
He's
Chucky
probably
served his
jealous.
purpose in the beginning. He was a
He's
way for
jealous of
Pasquale to get
Chucky.
famous. But now that Chuck E. Cheese's brand is known the world over, it's time for Pasquale to make his move. He
He's
knows-
never gonna make his move. I mean, look at him. He's a Pasquale, but nobody can beat Chuck E. Cheese himself, okay? Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, smash a like and subscribe to join the family, and I'll see all of you lovely people in the next video. Bye, guys! Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lyssy. Today, guys, we are going to be watching more of the scariest Chuck E. Cheese videos on the entire internet. Right, Halo? He ain't even ready. Right, Angel? She's in the background on the couch. If you guys are excited, be sure to smash a like and subscribe to join the family, and drop a like if you guys agree I have the cutest griffins in the entire world. I'm excited to react to these videos because I'm having some Chuck E. Cheese withdrawals right now. Recently, I think the Chuck E. Cheese by my house just ripped out the entire animatronics. Halo, buddy. I know it's desperate, but it's not that serious. They ripped out the animatronics, and well, I guess it is that serious. It crushed my heart, so I have to get some more Chuck E. Cheese serotonin. So let's get watching these TikToks. Okay, so this first video says it's dumpster diving at Chuck E. Cheese.
I went dumpster diving at an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese and I found some
What?
actually cool things.
No way.
Making my way to the first dumpster, the only thing I saw was this Among Us doll, so I went down there and I grabbed it. This is a
Why
pretty
is he
weird
in the
find, but honestly,
trash?
it's kind of cool, so I
That is
decided
a
to take it with
weird
me.
find.
As I was making my way to the other dumpster,
Ew. What happened?
what the hell? At the other dumpster, I didn't really see anything at first, just a bunch of boxes, so I decided to jump in there.
Ew.
The first thing I found was this GoPro Hero 2.
What?
Pretty
There's
old
just a
GoPro, but still
GoPro
cool
and a
find.
Chuck E. Cheese trash
Right
can?
next to
Ain't
it,
no
though, I found this
way.
Apple Watch. Now this is insane. An
I
Apple
don't
Watch
believe
at an abandoned
any
Chuck
of
E. Cheese?
this.
That's crazy.
He has gotta put
a couple
these in
minutes
the
of digging
trash.
later, I found this mini phone. I don't know if it
There's
turns on,
no
but still,
way.
that's a
In a
mini
Chuck E. Cheese
phone.
trash can? Please.
After like 5 minutes of searching, I found this selfie stick in the box. Never been opened, so I thought that was
I
pretty
don't
cool,
believe
too.
this man.
Anyways, this is everything I found while dumpster diving at an abandoned Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna go to my abandoned local Chuck E. Cheese and dumpster dive and make some money because he just had a whole shopping haul from the dumpster. Thank you, Chuck E. Cheese, for giving us dumpster prizes. Alright, so this next video already looks terrifying. We'll take a look at it. Oh, this guy's dancing. Chuck E. Cheese is standing behind him. Whoa, he's busting it down. Okay.
Chuck, give me the mic, man.
Chucky didn't like that. He had no reaction.
Give me the mic, yo.
Oh, he's giving Chuck E. Cheese his face. Oh, Chucky literally turned his eyes. He's like, you do not grab my ear, sir, and you do not disrespect my microphone. This guy was like, Chucky don't like me, and I'm okay with that. But that was pretty funny. He was busting it down. Oh, okay. If you ever wondered what it's like working at Chuck E. Cheese, she's going to sum it up for us. Let's take a look. Okay, I am kind of curious of what it's like working at a Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, okay. Whoa, okay, they're dancing with the costume. Wait, why are they getting locked in the freezer? Now they're so, okay. I guess the Chuck E. Cheese employees are a little bit, I don't even know. Honestly, it does kind of look fun. It looks like they're living their best life. Oh, if I was wasn't doing YouTube, honestly, I'd probably be working at Chuck E. Cheese too. Why does this kind of look fun? They're playing arcade games. They're having a good time, honestly. Like, now I want to work at Chuck E. Cheese in my free time, okay? Imagine getting to, like, be the rat. I want to be the rat. He thought he was picking him up? What? Let's take a look at this video.
Okay.
Oh, he's so excited. Who's he gonna see? Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, that was so nice.
Oh, Chucky's like, hi.
Oh, it's so nice.
He thought Chuck E. Cheese was gonna pick him up, so he just jumped and plopped onto the ground. No! That was so sad, but honestly, that was so funny. I'm sorry for laughing. POV, you decided to visit the Chuck E. Cheese while first and almost throw hands with Chucky. Wait, I'm so lost. Are they being for real right now?
You decide to visit Chuck E. Cheese while pursuing and almost throw
What am
hands
I
with
watching? What is going on here? Wait, what is Chuck E. Cheese doing to the fursuiter? Why is he like getting on all fours? Like, oh my gosh. I have no words right now. Why is there a furry at Chuck E. Cheese? Well, technically Chucky's a furry too, so maybe Chuck E. Cheese really is furry nation. I don't judge. Oh, people breaking the Chuck E. Cheese clock ride part 7. I could break the Chuck E. Cheese clock ride. Anyways, I think I have before. Okay, I remember like going up to like a certain point, the whole thing just. Oh, okay. Is it gonna actually break?
Fasten seatbelt to start.
Oh yeah, it did that to me too. It was like fasten seatbelt, and then the whole thing just went. Oh man, we love this ride. This is the best Chuck E. Cheese ride. It traumatized all of us. Please stay seated. Wait, did they just not even break it? It just wouldn't even start. Oh, that's rough. Oh, okay. I can't believe this is my job. Okay. Why are they crying? Oh, because they have to be Chuck E. Cheese? It's not that bad. What is with his teeth? Okay, maybe it's a little bad. CEC animatronics getting shut off for the night. We all know these little guys are a little quirky at night. I don't trust any of these, but let's see. I'm actually so curious. So they're singing, you know, and then they just stop and they fall asleep. Look at them. Chuck E. Cheese has his ears down. They all are kind of like slunched over. They do look a little weird. Honestly, I'm curious of what they do at night. I wish I could spend a night inside of Chuck E. Cheese, like 24 hours, actually, like buy the animatronics, like overnight and like watch them. That would be so sick. I want to do that so bad. Oh, wait, what is going on here? Pasquale? Wait, I've never seen him before. Oh, he's busting it. Oh, he's just doing some motions. Oh, whoa, Helen, Henny, okay. Chuck E. Cheese, I've never seen these other mascots. And, the dog, Jasper. Oh, wow, and Mr. Munch, okay. So they all have mascots? I need to see this again. I've never seen all of these Chuck E. Cheese mascots. I wonder why they were all out. And what if every Chuck E. Cheese had all these mascots? That would be so much cooler. They should definitely do that. It'd be like a furry meetup, and I'm down for that. Whoa, okay. What is going on here?
This Chuck E. Cheese still has the animatronics after it was announced that they will be getting rid of them all.
Yeah, they're getting rid of them all, and it breaks my heart.
I used to love these things
like
as a
them,
kid,
though.
and it'll be pretty sad when these eventually
It's gonna
go.
be
But
so
I definitely won't be in a
sad.
room with them alone.
I would
Make sure
be
to like
in
and
the
subscribe.
room alone with them. I want to stay overnight. Okay, that sounds really bad. I don't know, but like these animatronics are just so nostalgic, okay? Like I don't want them to leave. Like when they leave, just having a dance floor there is just not gonna feel right. I just wish that they would like do a revamp of them or do something new or give them a little makeover, make them look fresher, and then put them back inside of the Chuck E. Cheeses because this is so heartbreaking. Oh, why does this one look short? I don't know. What's going on here?
Chucky, don't look away from me. Look at me.
He's listening.
Look at me. You.
He did a side
Don't turn
glare.
away
He
from
did
me.
a
Look at me
big
right
side
now.
eye.
You turn and give me the
You
respect
turn
that I
right
deserve.
now, Chucky. Oh,
That's
he
what I
turned.
thought.
He fully turned. He was like, okay, I hear you. And he went from here to here. That was creepy. It really is like they're listening. They know something that we don't know. And I'm trying to find out what secrets they're hiding from us. Oh, wait. Why is this me? People who don't know, it's just Chucky. They didn't even spell Chucky's name right. Cheese. They took my video. FNAF fans. I was in an edit about FNAF fans and it got 400,000 likes? No. What are they trying to say? That I don't know FNAF exists? I'm well aware. I believe Chuck E. Cheese is connected to FNAF. That's why I was doing a full inspection on all the animatronics, okay? Of course I know that. I was just curious. Whoa, okay, this little kid here is going up to Helen. I don't know why Helen looks like that. It's a really old version of her. But what happens here? So she's just like playing with Helen. Okay, I don't think this is gonna end well. Hugging Helen, all right. Whoa, her eyes! Her eyes turned red! Oh my goodness, did you guys see that? That was weird. Okay, this one's never gonna end well either. Anytime it's a little kid trying to crawl up onto the Chuck E. Cheese stage, I'm prepared mentally to see something not end very well. But let's take a look. This little girl's jumping up by Chuck E. Cheese, of course. Trying to like get up by him and be like, hi Tucky, I'm your biggest fan. I feel like we all did this as kids though, because we were all curious. I definitely did this and I'm still doing it. No remorse, I don't care how old. Oh my gosh, whoa, that freeze frame. Okay, that was scary. He like was about to go forward for her and of course there's the FNAF jump scare at the bottom. But you know, that's weird. But yeah, I feel like it did traumatize me as a kid. Now it's just more exciting. But you know. Creepy Chuck E. Cheese mouse comes after a child clearly scared of it. What? What are they talking about? Chucky? Whoa, Chucky! She's scared, brother! Why is she so scared of Chuck E. Cheese? Why are they all so terrified of him? He's just a nice guy who likes to play arcade games and eat pizza and dance. It's not that deep, okay? It's like they've never met a furry before. Whoa, why is Pasquale all around town again? I don't understand. I've never seen this animatronic before. Not animatronic. Mascot of an animatronic. Pasquale himself, obviously. Why is he trying to play with a pillow pizza? Bro, that is not a real pizza. His mascot is actually kind of scary. I can't deny it. Someone tried to take his pizza? That was just so rare. What was the point of that? I don't even know what I just watched. Okay, well this is apparently scary true ghost stories from Chuck E. Cheese. Let's take a look.
Here are some real Chuck E. Cheese ghost stories.
Okay.
I was excited for the new Chuck E. Cheese down the street to open. The location took up an old restaurant my grandma used to take me to growing up.
All right.
My birthday was coming up and I wanted to be the first one of my class to have my party there.
Who wouldn't
we were
be?
having a great time and this random boy came to play some games with us.
Oh.
I remember playing the clown game with him. He looked a little strange. His clothes were a little dirty, but he was nice. When it was time to eat, I invited him over, but he disappeared. It was weird, but I didn't think anything of it. When it was time to leave, my parents were pulling out of the parking lot, and I saw him staring at me through the window.
What?
I had a really weird feeling, and for some reason, I never wanted to go back.
That's so creepy.
It was so scary. Like, where did he go? And
yeah, where did he go? Like, what? Was he a ghost? Was he not? I mean, I would assume he was a ghost, but like, I guess ghosts can look real or pretend to be like real beings and sound and look and act and feel real, which is so scary. And then he just disappeared. I want to go to a haunted Chuck E. Cheese. Apparently someone's personal Chuck E. Cheese. It's in their bedroom. Look at the thing. It's a full Chuck E. Cheese animatronic. What? It's so creepy. And this person literally has this Chuck E. Cheese animatronic literally in their bedroom. Like, imagine waking up every single morning, the first thing you see when you wake up is Chuck E. Cheese's face. I don't know how to feel about this. I kind of want my own Chuck E. Cheese animatronic, but at the same time, if that thing came alive at 3 a.m., or if that thing was haunted, or if that thing was cursed, or if FNAF happens to be real, that is not looking good. I mean, look at that thing. It's horrifying. Would you guys own an animatronic? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so these people said, so we were in a Chuck E. Cheese and we saw this. All right, let's take a look at what they saw. Help? It says, call help. Oh, wait, call for help? It's a sign. Somebody put that there. It's a sign. FNAF is real, guys. Chuck E. Cheese FNAF is real. The animatronics are coming alive at night and obviously eating the children. It's a sign. No, it's just a ticket eater, okay? It's obviously jammed, all right? That's the thing that prints little tickets, so. I think it's funny either way that somebody got scared by that. Okay, so apparently this is what it looks like inside of an animatronic. A Chuck E. Cheese animatronic, to be correct. I've always wondered what it looks like inside. It's completely clear. What? And you can see his whole animatronic body and all the cords and wires in Chuck E. Cheese's back? I thought that he was just like all one metal animatronic. I didn't know that he had like a cover, like a literal plastic cover with like stuff inside of him. That's creepy, honestly. This is a vintage Chuck E. Cheese animatronic from 1981. Ain't no way. It moves like a robot. Look at that. Oh gosh. I don't know how to feel about this. Wait, there's information and a backstory regarding this figure. Let us hear the Chuck E. Cheese start. When originally tested about a week ago, he only had about 3 or 8 functional movements. I bet these people fixed him up so that he can move a little more. This specific robot was found sitting inside of a trailer for over 10 years, where squirrels, mice, and other animals lived inside of him. What? Sorry guys, I'm trying to process that right now. That's a gold mine. I don't know. I have a lot of questions, but that's creepy. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard of the Uncle Clunk incident, but Uncle Clunk was a part of Showbiz Pizza, which was a part of the first early age of Chuck E. Cheese. So let's take a look.
Have you heard of the Uncle Clunk incident? In 1983, Showbiz Pizza introduced an animatronic named Uncle Clunk, who was considered advanced for the time in terms of movement and intelligence. As he was being added to more and more locations, complaints arose about his behavior. Apparently during shows, he was staring at audience members for prolonged periods of time.
Sorry, that's random.
In some instances, when there was no show playing, he would look at nearby children and say random numbers. The mechanics were never able to figure out what was wrong. Eventually, Showbiz had enough, and all the clunks were recalled.
There's a lot of clunks.
2. One that was forgotten in a storage closet in Maine, and one at my local Showbiz in the arcade. This place wasn't informed about the recall. That summer, my friends and I were in the arcade playing, when one of my friends began to hear a voice in the dark blabbering numbers. He stopped his game to approach the corner. We all followed him and found the clunk bot behind the corner saying
7/16/83 7/16/83 7.
That sounds like a date. Today's date.
3/7.
We ran out and we told the manager. He told us to wait outside. He turned on his flashlight and he went in. After 30 seconds, he came back and he told us to find our parents and go home. We asked about our missing friend and he said, who? That was the last time that we ever heard from him. The very next day, the location closed down for good. Not just that, but our friend's parents also moved that same day. We never found out what happened to our friend, or to the location, or to Uncle Clunk.
So clearly, Uncle Clunk took that child and, had a FNAF moment, alright? I don't like what he looks like, but really weird. Really weird that they were glitching like that. Okay, so this person found a piece of an animatronic, apparently.
Excuse me, is this yours?
She looks dead inside. That animatronic's broken. Well, she found the one piece that needs to come back alive. I don't know what she did with it. Hopefully she fixed the thing. Found in the desert, what?
I found a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic in the desert.
You found a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic?
My wife and I traveled to Death Valley, where we set up camp for a little getaway. The next day when I awoke and looked around, I saw a figure in the far distance.
Ain't no way, he was just in the desert.
I tried waving at them but didn't get a response, so I drove over to its direction. To my surprise, it was a Chucky animatronic. It had an unlegible note on it, so I tossed that out and took the Chucky
Wait, no, why would you not read the note? Come on.
I fixed it up and put it in his room. He absolutely glowed when he saw it functioning. Later
why would you put that thing in your kid's room?
To eat dinner. I opened the door and it was our neighbor. Could you please stop? What? That puppet of yours in the window is waving at kids and it's scaring them. It's
Ain't
not
no
funny.
way!
I walked upstairs and Chucky was far from the window. What did this mean?
What did this mean? This means you got a possessed Chuck E. Cheese animatronic on the side of the road in the desert. You didn't read the note. The warning was there. And then you brought it into your house so your child could enjoy it, apparently. Duh! Like, who would just grab a random thing in the middle of the desert and be like, let's take it home and make it art and give it to our child? No! That thing probably had some bugs in it, some desert critters in it. Who knows where it's been? I don't want to know. 5 Nights at Chucky?
Look, I just snuck into the Chuck E. Cheese.
He snuck in?
Oh,
no way.
I'm gonna go see if that Chucky back there real.
Yeah, it's completely empty and dark in there. What is he doing? How did he break in? This is so bad.
Oh shit.
Is he gonna go peek at Chucky?
Look at him. He's not even that scared.
He's asleep.
He's not even that scared.
He is scary.
He's not even that scared. Whoa!
Whoa! The jump scare at the end, did you guys see that? Chuck E. Cheese was just standing right there at the very end of the video. About to witness the bite of 2022. Oh gosh, look at that duck's eyes. I love the kid has no idea that the duck is just like looking down at her like that. Look at the face of that thing, it's cursed. POV, you went to Chuck E. Cheese in the 2000s. This is a era, okay? You had to be alive to see it. Oh gosh, yeah, they stamped your hands. The tokens, you guys probably don't even get to experience that. The little helicopter thing, the spider game. It was just an era that you guys had to experience. It was everything, honestly. This is probably why I like Chuck E. Cheese so much, okay? It began my addiction. Okay, this looks creepy.
Help me! I can't breathe! He yelled.
Same.
But still, no one heard him.
Relatable.
He ran into the bathroom where he tried to hesitantly remove the Chuck E. Cheese costume.
Could he get
felt
stuck inside of
pain
it?
shoot down his spine. The
Ayo.
more he pulled on the head, the more painful it got.
He
He
got
pulled
stuck in
with
the
all of his
mascot.
strength to pull the gloves off, but it was to no use. He screamed
so
through
sad.
tears. Somebody please! He couldn't see his eyes through the holes in the suit anymore. Instead, he only saw large, beady rat eyes staring back at him. He
That's so
ran to the
creepy.
employee lounge where he planned to get his cell phone and called for help. But
Call
as soon as the door
somebody.
swung open, he saw the manager. Eric! Hey, buddy! You're just the man we've been looking for. We?
Wait, what? I don't understand the end of the story. Did he just take the head off after the manager came and he's like, yeah, everything's fine? Or was there some spirit attached to the head that was holding it down, and then when the manager came, the spirit was like, nah, never mind. I think that's what it was aiming for, but that made no sense at all. But imagine getting stuck in a Chuck E. Cheese mascot costume. At the Chuck E. Cheese where the kids went missing. Oh, remember when the 5 kids went missing? Well, at least the rumor. Where's his mustache? He usually has a little mustache on. These ones look so old. They kind of look like the ones by my house. I have really old Chuck E. Cheese animatronics at my local Chuck E. Cheese. They do be looking alive though. That one looks especially alive. Or kind of dead. He is alive. I need to see it. So this guy's walking up. He found a paper. It says, look in the hallway. Why would it say that? Is he gonna look in the hallway? Is he actually going? Oh, wait, Chuck E. Cheese was just standing like this. He was just going like this in the hallway. That is cursed. I love how that just ends there. I mean, he probably got eaten alive. Okay, let's be honest. You will not believe what I saw. What did they see? Why are they all wearing glasses? Wait, that kid's dancing with Chucky. Chucky's busting it down and the kid is helping him bust it down. That's so funny. That's not even scary. That's actually just hilarious. Real proof Chuck E. Cheese is real. This person's hiding behind a bush, finding the real Chuck E. Cheese. Wait, Chuck E. Cheese was locked outside of his own restaurant. And he wants to get back inside? Maybe? Is this person really gonna walk up to Chuck E. Cheese? Clearly he's locked outside of his own restaurant. What is going on? Oh, Chuck E. Cheese noticed him. Now he's trying to get back in before he gets captured. What is going on? He's like, don't hurt me, man. Oh, he's beating him up.
This is why you should never visit Chuck E. Cheese. One day, this little boy went to Chuck E. Cheese with his family. He was celebrating his 7th birthday party, and he also invited some friends as well. But little did they know that they would have such a bad time there that they would never come back.
Never?
You see, everything was regular until Chucky came. Typically at a Chuck E. Cheese birthday party, Chucky comes in later on with his costume on. But this time around, Chucky was not who everyone thought he was.
Who was he?
As everyone was celebrating their birthday, his parents had to go outside for a business call. And they left all the kids alone with Chucky. Thinking nothing of it, the kids started to enjoy and play with Chucky. But then something so crazy happened that the kids dropped everything, ran outside, and never went back in.
That's scary. Well, guys, that's why you should never go to Chuck E. Cheese, especially at 3 a.m. So guys, that's gonna do it for today's cursed Chuck E. Cheese videos that might keep you up at night, okay? Chuck E. Cheese is pretty scary, but like I said, if this video gets to 10,000 likes, maybe I will make another Chuck E. Cheese 3 a.m. video, or see if Chuck E. Cheese is haunted. Anyways, guys, it's been Lyssy. Be sure to check out my other social medias. They're all linked down below. Smash the like, hit that subscribe button if you guys have not, and I will see all of you lovely people in the next video. Bye, guys!